A Drop of Light is a one-year interactive new media art research project that aims at investigating human-technology relationship. The project was hosted by the Structure Light Lab School of Physics at WITS University and funded by the WITS Innovation Center. The research project was conceptually framed in October 2022, and from November 2022 to May 2023, the project experimental practices were conducted, and there was an interactive installation performance artwork created in May 2023 as a result of the project practical frame. Finally, the project's practices and final performance were analyzed to outline the final output of the entire project in August 2023. Well, human techno-attitude usually tends to either technological enthusiasm or technological anxiety, as two conflicted psychological states that are pathologized in psychology as technophilia and technophobia, respectively. Accordingly, the project tried to answer questions how high-tech new media artworks could help to shift the human-technology relationship from technophilia-technophobia conflict to human-technology symbiosis. Like any technologically oriented environment, every high-tech interactive new media artworks stimulates the participants' technologically mediated perception. This technologically mediated perception exposes them to be oscillated between being in a technophilia state or in a technophobia state, simultaneously as two coupled inverse psychological states. While the first extend their interaction capabilities with the artwork system as a technological medium supports them with non-human and non-traditional tools and sensory capabilities to interact deeply with the artwork system. The second, however, conceals their pure human self-perception, as their feeling and cognitive experiences are technologically mediated within the artwork's technological medium. Due to these coupled inverse psychological states, the participants witnesses a psychological paradox. Within this context, I designed the project conceptual map that illustrates how the project reproduces this paradox and analyzes and fixes it. The project conceptual map illustrates that the balanced human techno-attitude must avoid being on the extreme right in a technophilia state or on the extreme left in a technophobia state. Instead, our balanced techno-attitude should oscillate in the middle based on a mature evaluation of every single situation in order to get the benefits of the two states and avoid their consequences. Such a mature escalation could shift the human-technology relationship from technophilia-technophobia conflict to human-technology symbiosis. Well, the project operational framework assumes a technological embodiment model of human techno-perception. This model introduces three operational principles to develop the relationship between the participants and the new media artwork's technological medium. Every one of these three operational principles enables the participant's upgradable techno-attitude to move from interaction phase to another one, toward this more sophisticated relationship with the artwork's technological medium. This allows participants to develop their relationship with the technological medium through the artwork's evolutionary progressive time-based process. As the first principle, the instrumentality of the artwork's apparatus imposes technological dominance on the participants to stimulate their perceptual capabilities to enter the exploration phase, through which they reveal the system and acquire the necessary information and skills to interact with it. Then, according to the participants' acquired experience from the exploration phase, they can upgrade the relationship with the technological medium from dominant to reciprocal interactions in the adaptation phase, through which they adapt their functional, sensory, physical, and cognitive capabilities to the affordances of the system. Finally, after reaching a high level of intuitive use of the affordances of the system, the participants gradually establish a constructive and productive dialogue with it, through which the artwork concept is technologically embodied and sustainably developed in their perceptions. This leads them from a state of reciprocity to an intimate relationship with the artwork's technological medium, by which the symbiosis phase is verified as a target relationship of this model. The documentary video recorded for the interactive installation performance illustrates how the artwork apparatus system was crafted to secure the three structure principles of the project operational frame. The development of the acoustic and the bodily behavior of the performer during her conversation with the holographic spot was analyzed using Interact software to efficiently characterize the precise time course of the performer's behaviors, emotions, her interrelation with individual participants, and between her and the holographic pattern during her dyadic interactions. We found the interactions between the performer and the holographic spot were developed from technological dominance to a symbiotic relationship, through which the performer and the holographic spot system co-monitored and co-evaluated each other's activities and responses, not to compete with each other, but to mutually delegate functions to each other and exchange tasks with each other, such that every part's advantages compensate its counterpart's disadvantages. Well, interactive new media art is a high-tech art. It conveys its concepts through a technological medium. Practicing with such a technological medium necessitates a self-reflexive attitude to define the technology's culture potentials, morals, and limits that draw human-technology relationship within the conceptual context of these practices, and they affect the integrated people's techno-attitude from several aspects. Here, under the dominant global wave of digital transformation, A Drop of Light exemplifies how new media arts practices could be used as a vital means to enhance lay people's techno-attitude towards a balanced relationship with technology. Yeah, A Drop of Light is an example of how new media arts could be used as means of research in experimental psychology. The project here assumes three operational principles to enhance the human-technology relationship and create an interactive installation performance as a psychological lab to analyze the development of the performance behavior towards the artwork's technological medium. This approach differs from human techno-perception studies in traditional experimental psychology from two perspectives. First, thinking-doing correlation is essential in interactive new media art, which considers the body as vital to understand the human cognition as much as the mind. Second, when investigating human experience, interactive new media arts investigation consider that experience is not independent of its surroundings, but encompasses location, social interactions, and situations. Besides that, the system used here is an open system in its structure. It can be modified to reproduce the experiment under any experimental conditions that may be needed in experimental psychology. Thus, new media arts practices could be used to investigate many issues regarding human techno-attitude in favor of other specializations.